Okay, welcome again, everyone. Thanks for joining me for today's session. So we're going to discuss a little bit about remote sensing technique of acquiring informations, and also we are going to use EO browser for doing some analysis and change detection. Uh, Before doing that, I really like to talk a little bit about remote sensing. I am not very sure if you guys are familiar with remote sensing, but actually, if you hear somebody professional like remote sensing is the technique of collecting information or data without being in contact with a data itself. So uh, it's the way of collecting information, technique of collecting information without being in contact with the information itself. How? Like people use eyes to collect information. When you use your eye, you observe. So eye can be one of the technique of collecting information. And people use cameras to take a picture of a certain place, a certain information. So that's also one technique of remote sensing. But we are going very further. Nowadays, we are using drones to collect information. You get the picture of the features available in the ground. That's way of collecting information. You can do some classification based on the pictures you take from the drone and other footage. Also, there is a satellite, and in satellite there is a sensors. So it's record those information and they scan it, and at the end of the day we end up with the satellite image. And that satellite image, if you process them, you can classify, you can do some classification and analysis. So that's a little I can say the bit of introduction of remote sensing. And mostly remote sensing, we're using them to collect geographical information. We are collecting information, whether it's man-made or natural information. Sometime, it's not sometime, remote sensing is very helpful nowadays. And it's a technology that people are using nowadays for doing planning, for doing some land cover, change detection. They're doing it for uh, to monitor agriculture activities. So it's quite a very useful technique. And I think many people are now applying it, using it in different field and for monitoring for different kind of activity that they're doing. So I want you guys to have this kind of knowledge, because I do believe uh, you will need it in one way or another. And maybe you've been using some remote sensing data without you knowing. I'm using some remote sensing data, and it's really helpful and very useful in many field. So bear with me and follow all the instruction. Be open to ask the question if you have, so that we can be together. So I'm going to introduce you to something called EO browser. EO browser, the abbreviation of EO is Earth Observation Browser. Uh, in this uh, in this EO browser, it's give you the ability or capacity of you interact or downloading the satellite image of a certain place that you want to work with, and then they'll have to do some analysis of the place and give you the information and the detail of what you really up to or what you really want to use with the data. It's really depend with how you want to use the data. So we know we have very different resolutions of image from different satellite image. I'm not quite sure if you guys are really familiar with the satellite image that we mostly use for doing some data analysis, but I do believe that you guys have already heard of something called Landsat 1, Landsat 2, Landsat 3, Landsat 4, Landsat 5, Landsat 6, Landsat 7, and Landsat 8. But nowadays we have like MODIs and something advanced, very high resolution. So all of those some of satellite image that we are using for collecting some information. Some of them are very low resolution and some of them are very high resolution. So it's really depend with how are you going to use those data and what do you want to use the remote sensing data for. So right nowadays people are using drones to collect some information so you can get a quite good picture with a very high resolution for doing some analysis and performing some classification by using those kind of data. But it really depends with what do you have in your pocket. Some of those data are very expensive, but there are data which are very free and very basic. You can do them. You can do some analysis by using those data, like as I already mentioned, Landsat 1, Landsat 2, Landsat 3, Landsat 4, Landsat 5, and 7, and 8. Those are very free. And also we have what we called Sentinel, Sentinel 2 and Sentinel 1. So actually for today's session, we will cover Sentinel 2 in Earth observation browser. So why do we need to cover all of these things? Like, why do we even really need to know all of this about EO observation? You know, actually, it's really helpful when you want to do some visualization of the features that are available uh, on the ground. You know, with your own eyes, I'm pretty sure that uh, you cannot see everything with your eyes. So some of the information you will, or some of the activities in research, in performing change detection, in changing how do land cover change, how do land use change. We can really do a lot of things by using this. So more first of the thing that we have to be very to put it into our mind is we're going to learn about using these EO browsers for the purpose of visualization and doing some analysis for the data by using remote sensing technique. And we are going to use the very free browser that's called the Earth Observation browser. So it's really very easy to use this, but you really need to know how are you going to use it and for what purpose. I can give you one of the example that you can use. This remote sensing data, if you know how to use it. I mostly use this for doing some classification and mostly change detection. Most of the area have been changed. A lot of area actually I can say in our area, maybe you might find maybe in 1992, the area was there was like a river in this place, or there was no road, there was a building at this place, or there was no building at this place, or there was a forest in this area at 1992. But if you search for those image of 1992 and try also to look the image of 2005 and starting looking for the image of satellite image of 2020 and do some comparison between the image of 1992, image of 2005, and image of 2020, you are going to really detect, or you are going to really see there is a very big differences over that period of time. You can see some change detection on the image of 1992, image of 2005, sorry, and image of 2020. So with the satellite image that we have, or the satellite image that record the data of those all of those information, you can have that kind of flavor. You can do some processing and get all of those image. The sometime some of the satellite may not be launched at that period of time, but there are satellite image that was there on that period of time. So you will have to work with satellite image that was there, depending with what you want to do with your data, what kind of data are you looking for, and you have to do some pre-processing, and then there you're going to do some processing and to perform some of analysis that you really wanted to perform. um, I want to excite you guys about the topic that we're going to cover today so that you can be attention and giving me all your ears so that we can be together. Let me be your pilot, I can say. So to first, if you really, you must have an account for Earth observation browser for you to be able to perform some of the functions and some of the things by using your browser. So I'm going to show you how you can do all of this, and then so that we can be all together. I don't want to leave somebody behind me. I just want all of us to have the uh, mutual understanding on this. So uh, it's pretty easy. What you have to do, I'm going to share another screen of mine. I'm sorry. I'm going to share screen for this. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to light EO browser. Okay, EO browser, sign up. Then give it a time, it's give you the EO browser Sentinel hub. Okay, let's go to there. It's gonna take some time, and then it's going to ask you for signing up. Free sign up for all features. So you have to sign up for to be able to sign for this. You must have a first name, the last name. I'm pretty sure that everyone has got some. So first name, last name, email address. You must have it. You have to sign in, and you must have your own password, which I have mine already. So, and then I would like to receive I mean, you have to check it and then you have to sign up. Okay, so after you sign up, they already has been already been used because I've already have my Sentinel Hub or browser account. So for you, they will send you an email, the confirmation one email into your account, just like me. They've sent one from me. I mean, so they've said to finish getting up, to finish setting up your Sentinel Hub access credential, we just need to make sure this email address is yours. Then I'm going to verify. Or they will send you the same link, like you have to verify your email. After you do the verification of that, they're going to send you another email, like your account is this has been successful created. So after your account being created, uh, this this is how your dashboard, your geographical user interface of EO browser gonna look like. So it's gonna give you this kind of features. Like if you see, I'm sorry, can you guys see what I'm seeing? Okay, I'm sharing my
Yeah, we see.
okay, nice. So you can see like in this session, in this place here, I have a browser and I have my account here, Kasunga, and there is like this part, there's a discover, there is a visualization, there is compare, there is pin, and in this side, there is this like, I can say like polygons, like there's a cattle line, there's a label, there's a border, there's a road. I can check this all so that you can see how does it look like. So this is how it's look like when you,
No, Harry, that we cannot see. I think it's a sign up page that
Harry,
we
we can
see.
see it.
you cannot see it.
Yeah, we only see credential of signing page.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Very sorry. Let me go back slowly. There. What about there?
Okay.
Yeah, we see now.
Yeah,
Okay.
now we see it.
Oh, so this is really the interface of EO browser. Like you can see, there is a discover, there is a visualize, there is compare, there is a pin, and in this, sorry, let me go back again. And here on my right side, there is go to the place. You can search for the place that you really wanna search for. You wanna perform some analysis. You wanna download some information of the place. So you can go to search area here, and here there is like a different kind of check and uncheck. Like you have a cattle Voyager, you have a cattle light, you have a label, you have a border, you have a rod. So you can uncheck or check depending with what you really want to use with for. So can check this maybe, and I can put some labels, I can put some borders, I can put some roads. It's really depending with how you want Shudder to look like, but I'm always leaving this like this. Yeah. And there is this, like what you want to do it for education purpose, okay? Or it's just for normal. Let me go for education purpose. And there is this, there is showing information of the place that you really want to get information of. We'll see about this. And also the interest area that you really want. I can draw my area of interest. Like I want to say, this is my area of interest. I'm going to draw the polygon. I want to do some analysis. I want to do some classification. I want to do some um, um, some change detection. So I'm going to, I just want this small area I can deal with. So it's give you like, you can really do that. So I have to cut, it's easy. You can also upload the data. If you have like, I think if you have a coordinate or watchword, you see, they give you the, like, I have a coordinate of the place that I want to work with in KML, KMZ, GPX, JSONs, file, the area of interest of you want to really deal with. You can really upload all of those by just clicking there. And also I have, I'm sorry, and also I have like mark the point of interest, maybe this, marking another one, maybe this, point of interest. It depends. Like maybe I want to, my point of interest is it has to be in Mgum Serengeti, so I just want to mark Mgum Serengeti. I don't want to go very further from there. You have a ruler also should help you to measure, and also you can download the image. After you selecting a layer, you can download the image of the area that you are interested with. You can also create it's like time-lapse animation. If my area of interest maybe it's like it's Zanzibar or it's Serengeti, a small part of Serengeti. I want to do some classification, and I've already downloaded the image, satellite image of 19, maybe 2011, and I have also the image of 2020. So I can do like a time lapse of 2010 up to 2020. It can create that. So we are really going to see all of that. And also you can do some visualization terrain in 3D, three dimension, which so you can have an height like elevation, you can have X and Y and some elevation. And also I have a plus sign and minus sign for zooming in and zooming out. So my interface look like this of EO browser, and I'm going to show you how to use this for doing some analysis and change detection. First of all, I'm going to search for the area that I'm very interested with looking. So it's gonna be like I'm in Serengeti, so bear with me. I'm going to look for Serengeti National Park. It's gonna take some time, but Serengeti gonna be shown up in my. Okay, where is it? It has to come. Give it a time, maybe. Why? I don't know. Is my internet down? My internet is good. Okay, I wonder. Oh, here, sorry. So it's giving me like this is where I am, Ugom town. So if you look at this, I mean, you guys, can you see these are open street information, open street data, open street map? Like it's giving me uh, a picture of this. This is I mean, this is vector data. Open street map is a vector data. It has like line, polygons, point. Yeah, so I'm going to show you. Let me look for the very interested area. Like you can just, sometime before you start doing this, some change detection and everything. I'm always assuming, I mean, this is very quite easy. You always know, we do believe like maybe in 1995, most of the area were like open, right? So I'm going to draw my area that I want to look. How was it look like? I'm doing some urban, I'm gonna perform some urban detection maybe, or urban change. Like maybe this place was like the image of this area in 1999. There was no like there was very open places. Maybe this area was like covered with trees or it was forestly. But what about 2020? There are so many buildings around the place. So let's see. So what are we going to do? What am I going to do? So maybe I want to do for urban. Let me see. Too bad. The bad thing is that my after you opening the EO browser, it will take just 30 days for it to expire. So after 30 days, you will have to buy, you will have to access this for after paying. So mine is already expired, but let me show you how you can do. I'm always playing with it. I'm always opening one account to another account so that I can have a free access, which I'm not really encouraging you to do the same thing because there will be so many who are doing the same thing. So you have to find your own way. So probably I'm going to use this. Let me show you. Probably I'm going to share this with you. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm going to share this screen. Let's see. So this is Mkum. Sorry. I'll have to draw at this polygon going. I'm just placing the point here, create one, then moving to this, moving to this, moving to this, and finally here, closing. So you can see here, my theme is default. I want to do some, I can see the data source that are available. I already told you I'm going to use a Sentinel tool. satellite. So I have Sentinel 1, I have Sentinel 2, I have Sentinel 5P, I have Landsat, I have MVSat, I have MODIS, I have DEM. These are all the data sources that is available in the EO browser, but I'm gonna teach you in Sentinel 2. So I'm going to do some advanced for doing some uh, atmospheric correction. Atmospheric correction is used when you want some of the data that you can use, you will find some of the data has clouds or haze. So for remote sensing, before using that kind of data, you will have to do some pre-processing. It's like removing all the clouds. We call it cosmetic correction. So you will have to remove all of that to make sure your image set rate very clear, that you can use it for performing other activities. So what am I going to search? Time range. Time range. What am I going to start from? Let me see if I will find something in 2020 up to 2020. So here is the place where you put your time range. So after saying a time range, you have to go to search. Let me see. Okay, so see, I've searched for the data start from 2010 up to 2020. Oh, some you will also realize this thing, like you might search for the data of 2010, but maybe in 2010 Sentinel-2 was not around because it's still yeah, maybe in that period it wasn't around. So you have to be very careful with the here you can see the data that I have here for visualization. You can see I have second of January 2020. This is very clear one, right? And here it's the same thing but different time. Oh, it was taken very close to each other. So, but you can see also here, I'm talking on my left hand side. There is a sensing time. Here you can see it was covered by clouds. It isn't very easy for you to do some, performing some analysis or seeing anything. So let's see the kind of data that we only have here. Oh, we have 2019. Let's see for 2019. Oh, we have 2019, but it's really, I think this period it was very rainful at our area. The clouds was super strong. So you can see here, okay, I think this is quite good image for January. This was in January. It was 2019, I guess. So we got some of a nice image. Let's take this. I can load more, but I'm not very sure. Let me try to load more to see if I can get, sorry. Oh, okay. Here I have others also. There are so many. Okay, so I guess it is 2019. I guess we already see, like, can we go with 2019 to 2020? Though it won't give us a little that difference, but at least we can see the basic on how you can perform some. Yeah, let me try first for this one. Let me take this. I guess the image is very clear. Oh, this one. Chop. Let me visualize. It's gonna take some time. So it's give me like I have, sure, let me, it's give me like I have a true color, I have a false color, I have something which we called NDVA. I have something we call force color. I have something we call moisture index. I have something I call SWRL. I have something we call, so it's really depend with what I want to. I would really like maybe one time to train you a little bit about remote sensing data in a deeper way, because we could understand when I say the true color, when I say false color, and when I say normalized division vegetation indices and false color and moisture indices. So index, sorry. So all of these has their meaning, and you have to perform this depend uh, on the use of your data, or in the use of your interested area. So the true color, when I say the true color, it means we always speak with blue, green, and red. So in a Sentinel image, we have like different bands of images. So like you can have maybe let's say 7, it has different 7 band. Maybe let's say 5, which has 5 different band of image, and each different band has their spectral energy, and it has their bandwidth. So it's really dependent with you. So and there are some classification that you have to do with this. We have vegetation indices, we have normalized division vegetation indices, we have uh, principal component analysis. So it's really depend with um, um, maybe one time I will go deep into this and see what we can do. So we have to show for true color. Let me click here so they can look to see how this. So if you say true color composite, it's gonna give you some description of what is gonna sensor carried by satellite an image either in different region of electromagnetic spectrum. Each region the spectrum refer to as a band. As I was talking, say as the thin band. True composite uses visible light band red, green, and blue in the corresponding red, green, and blue color channel, resulting in the cloudy product that is good representation of the earth as human would see in naturally. So when they say a true color, it means that when a human eye look at this color, it can be easy to differentiate. Like maybe this green represent green represents certain things. Like when you see green in the with your eye, you will see like this is vegetation. When you see some blue, you will see maybe there is water. There is maybe lake and oceans. So let me go with true color. Give it a time. I think it will load. Okay, so what can I don't know why it's taking so time. There is this option. There is pin, add to pin. There is show effect in advanced option. There is add to compare. I gotta add this to compare in the image that I really want. So I've already add one image to compare. So this is like an image of 2019, and I'm going to see another one. So my internet is not stable. Okay. So I see like I don't want to for single date. No, I will have to search for the other one. Let me go back here to see maybe this one for 20. Yes, this one apply true color of this. So I have to put it for 2. So uh I have like 2 image to compare. Why does it tell me this is for uh 2019 and this is for 2020. Why does it tell me it doesn't, no preview available? What am I going to do? Should I remove this to see the one that, and go back to visualization and go back to discover, I guess? Why? Let me go with this one, visualize. This, I'm comparing this. Why? Okay, so you see, I want to compare this image with this one. So I'll go back to visualization and I will have to change what time. I want to start from 2019, first of this, so it has to be 2019, 2019, 7, it was first July. Okay, so it's going to start from this as this. Okay, and then I see, no, come again. So it has to be this and this. Okay, time span. It has to be for first 7, 19, and then I'm going to apply. Give it a time. I don't know why it's taking forever. I'm inviting question. If if it's somewhere that I went so fast, I'm inviting some question while it's loading. So feel free to ask and welcome. You can share, you can send your question via chat so that we can answer. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? Let's go with a true color first. It's taking forever to show what I want to show. I think my internet isn't that strong. One question is, what's the difference between Google Earth and this EO browser? Uh, I think Google Earth is a Google Earth. Okay, Google Earth can give you a different flavor. Uh, I've never, I mean, I've, most of my time I'm using EO browser to do some land use and land cover change detection. I've never tried use Google Earth because uh, I don't know how to get the information in the Google Earth data, and I'm not very sure if uh, you can find a Google Earth data of like 1995. I don't know if you can get that information, but it's always easy for me to use a EO browser for getting those kind of information when I'm trying to do uh, um, I'm trying to do some detection of land use, but also, okay, I've tried once to download the image from Google Earth. It kind of tricky. You have to download it by putting some of codes, which um, for EO browser, it's just you have to go over a dialect. I don't know, but it depends with the preference. Most of my time I'm using EO to do some of land use and land cover change detection. So the difference the difference of Google Earth and EO browser, I've never used, I'm using Google Earth most in designing and seeing how like, and designing my work, like the suitable places of planting this and putting this and putting this. But one thing or another, you will find that the Google Earth, it has like high resolution image sometime, but in this, it doesn't have that very high resolution image. But it's give you like, you can get information from here to take it to Google Earth and start comparing. But I don't know if you can get the Google Earth image of 1995. Yeah, and I will do some research also, and I will get back to you next time to give you more classification on that. I wonder, I think my internet is bad. It can't even show the image of the place. An error occur while fetching image. I don't know what's really happening. I mean, I have to repeat this part. I really have to repeat this part because you have to understand this. The purpose of this is showing you guys how can you perform some lane cover and some classification. Okay, so it has to work. I think my internet is very bad. Sorry for that. Oh, I'm running out of patience now.